this one in. Okay. Okie dokie. Uh, okay, stream ended. Oh, there's the, what's her name? She's freaking doing it up. Okay, so let me come back in here and go to my channel. Just a second. Okay, view channel. Yeah, okay, this one. Okay, there I am. There I am. Okay. Yeah, it locked up, and so I'm gonna have to say the same thing again. Okay. So if you were here just a few minutes ago, I'm gonna have to say the whole thing all over again. We're back in town, and so I'm gonna go over here and get some juiced up a little bit, and then I'll tell you the whole story again. Okay? About the people are so close to exposing Lucifer and the fallen angels, and they just refuse. They absolutely refuse to acknowledge this basic truth. And you almost have to write it down, which I'm going to have to write it down, because even though I just told you, still the people look like, oh, you're nuts, right? I guess what it is they think there's something in their mind, something in their psyche that says that if there was anything important to know, mainstream news would tell them about it. This is what their subconscious must be thinking. Because now I remember. Because what kind of a freaking animal are you? What kind of a disgusting freaking being are you that you knowingly, you know they're hiding it from your ass, you know they're not letting you in there to see the truth of what these things have been doing, you know what they accuse them of doing, and you sit there and you let them do this, right? Turn this. So we got a game going on or something? There's lots of lights. You know what? I'll bet you it's not even going to work because that thing just took money out of my account. I bet you it's not even going to turn off. Surprise, surprise. Somebody's out getting some exercise. Must be nice. Two dudes getting exercise. And so let's turn this, and so that's it in a nutshell. Okay? You know what they're accused of doing. You know about adrenochrome. You know what satanic rituals Satanists do. This is what they're being accused of. Okay? Nobody has said anything about adrenochrome. Nobody's mentioned David Icke's name because they know that if they do, they're going to be exposed. So this whole court is a freaking kangaroo court. They're trying themselves. They are judging themselves. That's why they don't let you in there. This is between Lucifer, the fallen angels, and the humans. This is what they're doing to the humans. You've seen all the accusations that they've said that they are what they are doing with the adrenochrome and all the missing persons. Okay? Hundreds of thousands of them they don't even have a record of them. This is what David Icke is exposed. Do you think they will let David Icke go in there and have a argument between them? This is bullshit. It's for the cameras. It's for their cameras. They own the cameras. They own mainstream media. J.P. Morgan admitted it. This is how they've controlled everything with the media. This is a freaking script for the cameras, and then they're going to broadcast it all across the United States, just like they did with Fred Hampton, acting like they were trying to bring some kind of justice to these people who did this. Not one person even got a slap on the wrist. It was all a freaking script for the cameras, exactly what's going on now. Why do you think they don't let your ass in there? You're not allowed in there. Let alone you're going to bring in a freaking live stream. That right there proves the people are freaking idiots. They're not letting your ass in there? After what you know these people have been accused of doing? Do you know what they've been accused of doing? What's in the book that David Icke accused them of doing? If they were serious about this? Why don't they let David Icke in there? He's not as scared to go in there. They don't mention his name. They won't mention adrenochrome. It's unbelievable that they can get away with this, that the people are so freaking stupid, but it's true. They are freaking stupid. Because they're so freaking stupid, they've subjected themselves to TV, listening to mainstream media, and they're in a freaking trance now. And they think that anybody who tells them what's really going on, that you're in a freaking trance, you freaking idiot. They think they're the crazy ones. And yet they sit here and they profess to believe in the devil and in God and in the fallen angels, and they don't believe crap. They don't believe their own stuff that they're saying. Or else they would stand up against this. What kind of freaking cowards are these? What kind of freaking selfish freaking devils are these? That nobody stands up to these freaking idiots who's sitting here lying straight to your freaking face because you're such a freaking idiot. I'm sitting in here yelling in the car. People think somebody probably called for domestic violence or something. So, let me see. How is your day going? Like usual, I'm just sitting here trying to explain to the people how ridiculous this is, that these people are lying out their freaking teeth and the people can't see it. And if there is someone that can see it, they're not doing nothing about it because they could care less. They're just freaking slobs. subscribed. Good. So that puts me up to like 715 or something like that. Okie dokie. So that's all I'll say about it. And I was reading the comments, and some people know. There's a few people in the comments. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that some people actually know. There's about, I would say, probably a good 2% of the comments, if not more, because I read like, I just, I read like about maybe 12 comments, maybe 12 or 15. And in those 12 or 15 comments, 3 of them were spot on. They know what these mofos are doing. And, you know, all these other people who think that there are, some people in there who are actually fighting for justice. No, they freaking have taken they bit the apple. They've taken the fruit of deception, because they know that these mofos, dude, all they care about is money. That's the bottom line. They're all freaking sick, freaking evil mofos. Knowing what they're doing, what they've been accused of, you have to be a freaking straight freaking devil to go along with it. To go along with this fake freaking, just like all these fighting that's going on. They're all reading a script. After they get done filming it, they freaking crack up, doing some freaking lines, drinking booze, having sex, because they think they are better than. Do you blame them from the people being so freaking stupid? They never learn? You've seen it with Fred Hampton. Acting like they're trying to fight for well, we're going to punish him, we're going to punish him. This is like a family there's a pervert in the family. And the parents just took the pervert, and they're like, well, this is we're going to take him behind here, and we're going to talk to him, and we're going to find out and discipline him if he or she is really a pervert, right? Doing these perversions, sexual perversions and whatnot. But you can't come in here. We're gonna discipline him. And you're the freaking stepchild. You are stepkids. They ain't letting you in there to see what's going on. They're covering for him or her. That's what the cameras are in there for. That's what ABC is in there for. It's a script for the camera to control your perception, what you think, your moral compass of who's right and who's wrong. But they're not letting you see the other side of the story, the truth, what's really going on in there. Because first of all, they don't even let your ass in there. They don't let the public in there, let alone take a freaking live stream in there to show the people what's really going on. It's a freaking phony ass bullshit what's going on in there. They're all in on it. And then they come out of the court. Like if they're really fighting. Someone in there's fighting gonna, bring justice to them. They're not bringing justice to them. They're covering for them. They're making a story. Something to show the people with the freaking news stream media. Mainstream news media. They're making a story. They're only showing you what they want you to see. It's a script. That's why they don't let your ass in there. Because you would be able to see that they're freaking faking. They're lying. Why do you think they don't allow live streams in the courtrooms? They're doing it right in front of your face. So I've only got to wait for one more hurdle, and then I can let my hair down. But I've been on the wagon right now. I've been on the wagon for about uh damn, probably, I think since the middle of January. Or was it? No, it was like February 14th. I don't know. I'll have to look back through my YouTubes, and I'll be able to tell that way. Um, but yeah, I haven't been able to let my hair down. Um, no coffee, no nothing. And so I've just got one more hurdle to take care of. And well, I predicted um, what Bitcoin is going to do, right? I predicted it about, what was it, like 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, I predicted that it's going to move sideways and for 1 month, and that's exactly what it's doing. And so I predicted something else, what it's going to do this week, and then what it's going to do 2 months after that. And so I predicted all this stuff, and wouldn't you know, this is called a short, okay? This that I predicted. If you were going to enter the market, this would be a short, okay? And well, not to give you a lesson on it, but wouldn't you know that someone basically acted on that scenario? They basically are betting on this. I think something like $450 million, because it's what they call leverage. Kind of like they're borrowing the money. So somebody believes what I said is worth investing $450 million, because they just sold their Bitcoin, $450 million worth. This is called a short, because they're betting on that it's going to do like I said it was going to do. It's going to dip on this full moon, or maybe a little bit before the full moon, a day or two, because a full moon is, a day before the full moon, it looks like a full moon. And sometimes it takes a few days after the full moon, 4, 5 days, and then it freaking poof. Whenever there's those vector lines and they're crossing and there's a full moon, it freaking takes a dive. And this is what I predicted. And apparently somebody, I don't know who the name is, but they showed it on the charts. It's open source, so if you know how to work the stuff, which I don't, I need to take that class at Berkeley. And you can see all that stuff. You can see who's buying, who's selling, and it tells you who they are. And that's how I know. Somebody sold $450 worth of Bitcoin. Why would you sell your freaking Bitcoin, right? If it was worth 100,000 and now it's worth 50,000, why in the F would you sell it? Unless you believed that it's gonna freaking dip. And when it dips, they're gonna buy it back, and then they freaking cash out. They're going to make out big time. And but if not, I don't know how much money they will lose. I don't even know what that's about. But that's basically what's going on. So, um, I'm thinking it's gonna dip down to like 50, and then it's gonna flash crash down to 39, pop right back up to 55, just that fast, which is like 15%. It's gonna do a 15% dip, and I think right there, all the whales and the sharks and the dolphins, they're all gonna load up on that dip at 39. And you can see this if you know how to do that stuff. Like I said, if they haven't placed their orders already, they're getting ready to. Okay? So in these next 10 or 15 days, I'm expecting somebody's going to put in their, I don't even know what you call it, but it shows up on the chart, and they can show you on the chart who's put their order in to sell or to buy millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin when it's down at $39,000 a Bitcoin. They're going to freaking load up on it. And that's what I'm saying. And so this is going to, I think it will dip uh, on the full moon, right before the full moon, or a week, within a week's time after the full moon. So we'll see. And if it does dip and goes down to 39, I think it's going to just be that fast, and it'll be right back up at 55, and that's where we're going to come out at. And where it goes from there, who knows? 50, 60, 70, 80, up to 90. Then right back down for 2 months, because it's going to be moving sideways for 2 months before it makes another move. And hopefully it'll go back to all-time high. But if not, oh well. We just wait, because our ass will be in crypto winter. But right after crypto winter is crypto spring, and then it'll be crypto summer, just like it's been doing for a couple decades, or 18 years at least. So if you have it, the moral of the story is, if you have any dry powder, get ready to load up on this dip, because it dips, from what I've heard, it dips on the full moon, and um it increases on a new moon, but on the full moon it dips. Let me ask AI. That's my main one. Yeah, see, that's the chart I'm talking about right there. Look on chain. See, it shows you right there what everybody's buying. That's where I saw it. See, this is probably the one I saw earlier. Yeah, BlackRock just deposited $114 million of BTC. I don't know where they deposited to. I mean, if they deposited it, that means that they're getting ready to turn it into dollars. They're gonna sell it. They're either gonna, yeah, if they're moving it, if they deposit, where the hell did they deposit it to? Oh, deposit to, oh, okay. Yeah, so they put it on the exchange. So that means they're getting ready to do something with it, which is probably sell it. Just like that other dude just did with 450 million. But these people are doing it with the 114 million. So we'll see what frickin' Cryptos R Us says tomorrow morning. Right? Because it's obvious they're suspecting that it's going to do what I said it's going to do. It's going to take a dip on the full moon. Okay, let me see here. Does Bitcoin usually dip on a full moon or a new moon?
Bitcoin's price can sometimes dip around full moons, with some studies showing this happening about 60 to 68% of the time. However, there's no solid scientific proof of a consistent link between the moon's phases and Bitcoin's price. For financial advice, consult a professional.
It says full moon high volatility, often associated with short-term price corrections or dips. See that? And some traders use this time to sell. Okay, and a new moon historically associated by some traders with price bottoms or conversely the start of a climb to the top. So after this, we'll see. It'll be like on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm thinking around up to the 10th. It should dip. That's usually what it does within that time. At least the few times that I've been paying attention to it on a full moon. You can go back and check the last full moon, and you'll see within just like 7 days, it freaking dips. At least 68, according to this, 68% of the time, it takes a significant dip. And well, with all the stuff that's going on right now, that should be a very significant dip. And you know, according to what I've been charting it looked like it was going to take a dip anyway. I just found out it was going to be a full moon later. So it just doubly made it look like it's definitely going to take a dip on these two vortex meeting points. I don't know what you call them, but these two places where these um, daily averages are getting ready to cross each other. So this is what I call vortexes. Something's about to happen, and it's about to happen on the full moon. So, makes sense? Because these people, that's what they go by. Lucifer and the fallen angels, they do all this stuff with astrology. They make their moves according to this kind of stuff. They do stuff on certain days, like when they assassinated John F. Kennedy. There's certain patterns and dates and times. They're very consistent with this. This is what David Icke explains in his books. And so, if you haven't gone and checked his channel, he's the one who can tell you all this stuff, what's going on. And yet, on mainstream news, they don't mention a peep. They don't mention a word about it. Just like they booted him back when he was telling about the pandemic was a freaking scam, is the same thing he's telling you right now what these mofos are doing. And now they're in court. So how do they get away with it? The same way they've always done. Get your ass out of here. That's what they're saying. You're not allowed in here. Get your ass out. Let alone you bringing a freaking live stream in here. Try it. We'll put your ass in jail. Let's see if my... Says I got 16 kilowatts. There's no way I can have 16 kilowatts already. Says I got 59, so this would say 69, so this thing is not, it hasn't turned on yet. Let me see. Okay, so let me go out of here and turn off the Bluetooth. It's always hit or miss trying to turn this thing on. What's going on? Oh, I just saw some stuff that was going on, you know. They're so close to exposing, it's so close to exposing the Lucifer and the fallen angels. And now they're resorting to their old trick that they've always used. Mainstream media. Right? To record their freaking little script that's made by the mastermind, and then they're going to play this thing all across the whole United States. Same freaking trick they've always used. Come out lying out there, freaking lying between their teeth. Never once mention anything about adrenochrome, the satanic rituals, or David Icke. The same thing they did over in Europe. They don't want nothing to do with this person in the courts, because if they do, they will be exposed for being extraterrestrials, also known as Satanist, Lucifer and the fallen angels. Who do you think's been running the show? David Icke has been saying it for 25 freaking years. And now they finally got him into court, and they're telling you, your ass, you can't come in here, because they're going to try the same shit they've always done. They ain't trying nobody. They're covering for them. With the freaking camera, mainstream news media, they're freaking going to read a script in there. It's all freaking play acting. That's why I told you it's like taking candy from a baby. If this mastermind has an IQ of 400, it's like dealing with toddlers. They're lying to you right in front of your face. And what do we have here? Nothing but a bunch of freaking selfish pigs and freaking cowards. You know what they've been accused of doing. You know what they've been accused of doing, right? Okay, we got 12 kilowatts. I guess I could just 13 kilowatts. I guess I could just come over here and charge tomorrow. I'm burned out. I got my holder. The damn thing kept falling all night long. And yeah, not one of those mofos in there is any good. You think they're going to stand up and do what's right? No, because all they care, they'll sell their soul for $1. Aaron Russo told you what they're about. Kevin Trudeau told you. He said they all got to go. As soon as he said that on his show, back in like 2009, 2010, as soon as he said, all them mofos got to go, he was in prison. They're all in it together. They sit there and they act like they're arguing with each other. You can see smiles on their face. All these people are coming at this one girl. You did this, you did this, you did. Because they're faking. It's an act. They're like, if you can see it, they're like kids. They're like kids faking for the camera to fool all the people. You can see it on their face. If you had us, the people, the First Amendment auditors in there with a camera, you would be able to see that it's a bunch of bullshit. But they don't let you do that. They only show you their version of it, like they've been doing over and over and over again. They did it with Fred Hampton, and the people believed all this stuff. Everybody was watching the TV. Oh, this, that. Who freaking even got a slap on the wrist for it? Murdered a 21-year-old civil rights activist. Who even got a freaking slap on the wrist right in front of your face? And now they're doing it right in front of your face, and you know what they've been accused of. We have freaking selfish freaking pigs and freaking cowards. That's what's wrong with the people. That's why they're doing it to the people. Because nobody will stand up for what's right and call them on this. You mofos are treating you like a freaking dog. Telling you straight to your face, you're not allowed in here. This is a closed door session. The public's not allowed in here. And if you want to bring your freaking live stream, you can take it and put it where the sun don't shine, because we're going to throw your ass in jail in a freaking hot New York minute. Letting them do that to toddlers and kids. What kind of freaking cowards do we have in this place? These people are freaking sick, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off and then maybe turn it on maybe later on tonight or something. Signing out from the from the Avenel High School. Sitting out here trying to get a charge, a little bit of a charge. And it's Thursday night. And so I got my diesel fuel there. And I got my new holder over there. And so away we go. Oh, I gotta go unplug this thing first. Okay. Maybe I should turn that thing off. Phone fell twice. Usually there's this other guy, and he's usually the only music I ever hear them play out here is Tupac. It's like he doesn't know any Ja Rule or Mace or anything. Only Tupac. It's like freaking crazy, dude. Okay, here we go. Did I do everything? Oh, I got a press done. Well, at least it was $1 worth instead of just like 76 cents. Okay, so let's get it on.
¿Tienes sirvienta tú en casa? Le dijiste a esta muchacha, óyeme, por favor, sé un poco más hacia.
Oh, 97.9. Yeah.
Every day.
It's not pulling in any stations. The reception right here is terrible. Right on the other side of this mountain. Yeah, so it's so crazy, man. It's so frustrating when you can see this going on, and it's so pathetic because you know that it's so pathetic. Using all these dumbass words. Just answer the questions. What do you know about freaking these accusations that you're being accused of? They're not even talking about it. They've already got all the whole thing's a script. Even the people asking them questions, it's a script. Did you hear anybody freaking say, what about the adrenochrome and all the missing, right? And what David Icke says? What about that? They didn't even ask the question. The whole thing is fucking freaking staged. From top to bottom, it's freaking staged. And the representatives that are supposed to be representing you, they could give two freaking damns. All they care about is their freaking money. They've got too much freaking money to freaking spoil it. They're living the good life. That's all they're caring about. They don't care about what they're being accused of. They could care less. They're not human. Even Princess Diana said it herself. They're not human. Read the book and get a clue. They're acting like they live on some different freaking planet. You know what we're talking about, right? They're not even making a mention of it. Oh, some conspiracy theory from 2008. Freaking talking English. We're not freaking stupid. You know what you've been accused of doing. So I highly suggest you check out David Icke on YouTube. And if you go there, make sure you're on David Icke's channel, because there's everybody and their mamas is out here putting up videos that would make a person think that they're on his channel and you're not. And they're going to throw a spin on it. So if you're listening to David Icke, he's talking about it left and right now. Okay? He used to be banned. He was banned for 5 years. He's just back on, and he came out. He was keeping low profile, and now he's come out swinging now. So if you want to find out what's going on, just like before, everybody was a bunch of freaking stupids. They didn't want to listen to him. Now they know he was right. Then go listen to what he's saying. It's on David Icke. What's going on there? They got no business. Okay. washed my car when I was over in Lemoore. So I got some of those tokens still. It's not $1 no more, it's $2. But I only had a $5 bill. I mean, at the other place it is $1, but I only had a $5 bill. And so they give you tokens. So I've got 3 tokens. See? I got 3 of these tokens. So that's 1 more token, and I'll have enough for 2 car washes. So I washed out all that mud from the wheel wells. So my question is, how come there's no First Amendment auditors out there? Did they shut them all down? Where's freaking Auditing America? Don't tell me he took the 3 shackles of silver too. You've heard of Auditing America, right? He's a guy from Boston. He's up there in that area. He knows how to navigate through Washington, D.C. Is this stuff going on in Washington, D.C.? Where the hell is it anyway? But some people do know what's going on. One guy was in there and he goes, "This does not make sense. She's straight lying," right? And he freaking explained it. So some people do know. Like I said, about 3% of the comments that I read, 3% of the people know already. So that's a big change, because before you would have to read through like 20 or 30 comments before you'd read one comment that somebody who knows what's going on. And this person, it made sense. He caught them in a lie, and he explained it. So I don't follow the news, but from what this person said, it made absolute sense, and it caught them in a lie. They're straight freaking lying. They were out there getting freaky and doing their freaking rituals and eating you know what. And drinking you know what. Aaron Russo told you they would sell their soul for $1. They're all in it together. They all have to come together, because if they're exposed, then that'll be revelation, right? Is that the revelation, what do they call that? Turbulation or revelation. Oh, I forgot the other names. But it's when Lucifer is exposed, right? Lucifer and the fallen angels, when they are finally exposed. Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear from that rebate. It's been almost 3 weeks. It's gonna be 3 weeks. This weekend will be 3 weeks. So they say that it usually takes 30 days. I don't see why it takes so damn long. I mean, this is the 21st century, right? Is this 21st century or the 22nd century? Why is air conditioner on? Air conditioner is on, and I don't. Oh, got turned off there. Yeah, so I'll turn off the whatchamacallit